Greetings, collective. Hope everyone is well and hope it is well with all. Um, Thanks for stopping by, communing with me, sharing your energy, your time. Okay, and today we're going to talk about the Jesus energy. Okay, and yes, this is just my opinion that the Jesus character or the Jesus stories that we hear and read about in the Bible, it is an energy, it is a frequency, it's a personality. And yes, that's my opinion. And the Jesus frequency, guys, it's really anyone can inhabit that. Yes, anyone can inhabit that. Anyone can broadcast that. Once you first tap in the self. Okay, tap in into your own belief. Well, not just say your own beliefs. Your personal relationship with Source, with the Most High Creator, with the universe, with Mother Earth, and walking in that confidence that no matter what you face, the Most High Creator, which in the Jesus character, he says his Father. His Father, think of the Father figure, the source, the protector, the guardian, the counselor of his home. Okay, so he provides, he preaches to his family if they need words of encouragement and if they need guidance. Okay, he provides, he protects, and he pastors his family. That's a father, that's the male father figure. So in Jesus's case, he says he refers to his father because he refers to the most high frequency or the most high's energy or the most high's alignment. He trusts that his alignment with his source, he will receive his protection, his provision, and no matter what he faced in life, that he trusts that it's the path that he's supposed to go, that it's meant for his greater good, and it's part of his journey, part of that journey that he's meant to experience. Yes, so just like we here in the 3D, we are to use our life lessons, guys. The hurts, the times we've been hurt, the times we've been cheated on, the times we've been used, the times we've been put in that people pleasing energy, using our time, resources, energy to please others, at our expense. All those things, the times we've been smacked around, abused, or gone through some trauma, you know, through childhood and growing up. So we are to use our story, our experiences, our life experiences to help others, to help free others from that limiting mindset, that limiting belief, or that trauma thinking or mindset that came from those experiences. Okay, and guys, if we weren't, and it's not everyone that experiences or goes through hardship, but ones that are meant for a certain path, allowed to have a certain experience in life in order to be able to talk about the lessons learned. Because when you talk about the lessons learned, that's how you can help free others that have gone through similar experiences and still feel trapped. Hey, I've been abused, so I'm just going to leave my life on the streets. Or, I came from a rough family, so I'm just going to live a life of crime. Okay? We were meant to experience those things sometimes, guys, to be used as maybe the only example around our circle, around our family, around our friends. We were allowed to maybe experience some of those things so that when our mindset gets free, okay, and crosses over that threshold and come to a different understanding and a realization in life by us changing the way we did things, you know, the people, the closest ones around us, they may draw experience around from what we did, from how we changed. Okay, so yes, so that Jesus frequency, guys, it That's what you aim to walk in. Okay, it happens to just so it happens to so aligned with the Jesus frequency, and I'm going to talk about that because most people are familiar with that. So yeah, so as individuals walking into 3D, okay, you've gone through heartbreak. You know, you've been abused, you've been smacked, you've been bullied. You know, you've been cheated on, you've been taken advantage of. Okay, and you still pray to source. You don't give up hope. You don't develop a heart of bitterness. Okay, you don't turn to violence, even though you are capable of. Because, guys, you know, I'm just going, there can't be light without darkness. You can't learn to appreciate goodness and a peaceful way of life if you did not experience some darkness. So, you know, so yeah, guys, I had, that drew me into a certain energy right there. But guys, yeah, we are allowed to to experience certain things, and when we walking on that journey, of life, and we experience those heartaches, those cheating, those taken advantage of moments, those moments where people stole from us, those kinds of things, guys, and we still trust Most High. I don't know what you've got planned for me, but I trust what my spirit guides are guiding me to, whether it be time to yourself, time of solitude, to reflect, and you start building your spirituality, start building your relationship with there's nothing and no one else around you but you, your spirit, your God, the universe. When you have no one else to rely on, guys, that's when faith gets built and tested and gets strengthened, guys. And that's why we were allowed to experience those things, because the Most High, the universe, had a path for us, and we would not be able to get to that path, to that self-love path, okay, to that path where you can walk away from certain friendships that are not beneficial to you, or walk away from certain circles that are not beneficial to your spirituality, your spiritual development, guys. Okay, if we weren't allowed to experience some of those heartaches and some of those pain in life, we would never be able to develop that perspective and that moment, you know, like I spoke about in one of my previous videos. Yeah, guys, I had to change my mindset about people I dated. I was attracted to certain, sexy women, and, women that dressed revealing. Yeah, those things caught my eyes. And guess what? It was because I had a certain perspective of women in my life. And I was drawn because as within, so without. So without, I drew those women to me. Okay? Because that's what I internalized. That's what, hey, you know, that's what was ingrained in me based on the false perception that I had of women. So, guys, I'm not going to overtalk this and keep this one too long. But yes, guys, that Jesus frequency is real. And when you carry it in you, when you change your mindset, you change your belief system, your understanding system, and you get aligned with the Most High Creator, with the universe, and Mother Earth. Guys, when you get aligned and your spirit is at peace, you broadcast that Jesus frequency. And I say that Jesus frequency because that's what that Bible is teaching us. Ultimately, it wants you to broadcast a certain frequency. It wants you to have a certain trust. The Bible called it God. Some, they call it Jesus, but really it's source. I don't care what part of the earth you're from. Source. There is a great spirit, a divine energy that conducts everything here on earth, guys. Everything in our reality and in the spiritual realm also. So that is the ultimate thing, guys, is to and that is my wish for you guys, is that those that have experienced heartache and some hard times, some tough times, unfortunately, without those times, you won't be able to appreciate and develop certain different perspectives. I will use the example as a boxer. You want to be a boxer, you walked into the ring, and you got you an uppercut. and you're like, wow, that's what boxing is about. You take a step back, go train, then your mindset is different. You develop a science, you develop a relationship and a love for that spirit of boxing. And you go, next time you go in there, you approach it differently. Your heart is not racing, okay? Your adrenaline is controlled, okay? All those things because you have a different mindset because it punched you in the mouth. You experience hurt, just like life, guys. Those of us that experience some of the heartaches, it was meant so we can approach life in a different manner. So that is my wish for you guys, is that you develop yourself, love yourself, guys, love yourself, and don't blame, the Most High. That, hey, why'd you allow me to experience this? Look at all the Bible, or the biblical, not even just the biblical, just physical people, you know, Nelson Mandela, you know, um, everyone has someone in your culture that experienced some heartache, okay, and still stayed on the right path, on the true path, and trusted in their source, in your Most High Creator. So that is my wish for you guys. So don't knock it. And thank you again for communing, sharing your energy and your time with me in this space. If this video can help someone, go ahead and pass it along. And if you have not subscribed, go ahead and do so. And collective, till the next time. Thank you.